If your sciatica ignites during a core workout, it's likely because the movements you're performing are either compressing the nerve or dragging on it. And these are surprisingly common errors you may not realize you're making. I'm Dr. Grant Elliott, and in this episode, number 157 of the Low Back Pain Podcast, I'll explain why specific exercises trigger your sciatica, and I'll share 3 core exercises you should switch to instead. First, you need to understand why certain movements flare up your symptoms. There are 2 primary mechanisms: lumbar flexion and nerve tension. Let me break these down so you can identify which might be affecting you. If your sciatica stems from a disc pressing on a nerve, any movement that increases disc pressure will typically amplify pain. For most discs, though not all, lumbar flexion, or rounding forward, raises that pressure. Research shows that a seated, bent forward posture places more stress on the disc than almost any other position. Now, consider which core exercises mirror that posture: sit-ups, crunches, bicycles. These put your low back in a flexion, potentially ramping up pressure on the nerve. Then there's nerve tension. Nerves don't like to be stretched when they're irritated. Any movement that lengthens the nerve can increase tension and flare symptoms. This often happens when you straighten your leg completely or lift it high, similar to a hamstring stretch. Exercises like leg raises, flutter kicks, or even certain sit-up variations that involve extending the leg can pull on the nerve, either directly or by dragging it across the disc. The 3 exercises I'll give you avoid both lumbar flexion and nerve tension, making them much safer for most people battling sciatica. In our online low back program, we consult with around 150 individuals every week who face sciatica, so we're deeply familiar with what you're going through, and these recommendations are likely to help. Quick interruption. If this resonates and you're ready to leave pain behind, click the link below to schedule a personal call with my team. We'll review your situation, identify what's missing, and build a clear plan to get you pain-free. This is for serious individuals only. Click if you're ready. Now back to the exercises. First, kneeling Palloff press. Anchor a band, kneel facing away from it, and walk out to create tension. Slowly press the band straight out, resisting the rotational pull. Your goal is to strengthen the muscles that prevent rotation, critical for many with sciatica, since rotational movements often aggravate symptoms. This drill challenges your hips and stability while keeping your low back neutral, avoiding flexion and nerve tension. Second, bear hold elevated. Start on all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Brace your core and lift your knees just an inch or 2 off the ground. Hold. This looks simple, but builds serious endurance. It gently coaxes your lower back into a calm, stable position without irritating nerves. As you advance, try lifting one arm or extending one leg at a time to increase the demand. Third, dead bug. Lie on your back with arms and legs in the air. Press your lower back firmly into the floor to stabilize the spine. Slowly alternate lowering opposite arm and leg. Moving slowly while maintaining that back pressure makes this far more challenging than it appears. I do this daily before my own workouts. It's a staple for building core strength without flaring leg pain. Before we wrap, there's a crucial concept you must grasp. I'm not saying lumbar flexion or leg extension is bad forever. Right now, if your nerve is sensitive, these movements may be picking the scab. Temporarily avoiding them while using safer alternatives can allow healing. But true recovery isn't about lifelong fear. In our program, clients learn to eventually perform sit-ups, leg raises, and twists with confidence, without pain. A resilient spine can handle these movements, and that's the goal: to be bulletproof, not fragile. Most of our clients come to us after standard treatments have failed. They're looking for a targeted, specialized approach that delivers results quickly and, more importantly, removes fear and puts them back in control. We teach you how to fix your sciatica so you can live the life you want, free from reliance on others. Please take a stand for your health. You don't have to live in pain. Reach out. Let's change your life. You only get one, and you deserve to live it fully. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening on a podcast platform, Leave a 5-star review to help us reach more people who need answers. As always, move more, move in nature, move in the sun. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.